All right, music fans, welcome back. It is I, Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like me here. Some disturbing things going on in the world of Irving Azoff and the Eagles. This opening act they have, JD and the Straight Shot. And I noticed them on the schedule when they first announced this tour, and I believe there are only a couple more dates left. And looking at it, I'm saying to myself, this is a very strange thing because there are a ton of bands that would love to be on this bill. Let me describe what this is. They are a country blues and roots rock band. Their frontman and guitar player is former Cablevision Systems Corporation CEO and Madison Square Garden Company Executive Chairman James L. Dolan. Now, fast forward down a bit to his relationship. Some have called the band a vanity project for Dolan. It has been claimed that due to his relationship with Irving Azoff and his own job, Dolan has been able to leverage this band and open up for bands like the Eagles, the Allman Brothers, ZZ Top, Jewel, Keith Urban, the Dixie Chicks, Chicago, Joe Walsh, and Robert Randolph. Okay. I've been talking about this a lot with my friends lately about, wouldn't it be cool if some of this new music that I've been discovering mostly in other countries was brought here to the States and a large tour ensued and one of these acts got to open up like in the old days. That's how people would find out about the music. They'd listen, they'd go, okay, this is great. By the way, I went and listened to this band. I mean, this guy who's singing here, this Dolan guy, he's horrible. He's just not good. The band, on paper, you would think it'd be pretty cool. Their style of music is kind of rootsy, and it's organic, and it's a lot of the things I like until he starts to sing. And sometimes the harmonies in this group kind of overwhelm his voice because they're probably trying to drown the guy out. And it looks as though he's got some kind of business privilege, which is just bizarre, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, Don Henley called Irving Azoff Satan. He did say that Irving was his Satan, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Pretty much, hey, if he's ruthless, at least he's working for me, and that's all that matters. How many other bands? How about some older bands? Yes, I know, moving forward, you've got Jimmy Buffett on the bill, which I think is great, and it's smart. Chris Stapleton would be a fantastic choice, and he's on it. Later on, I think the Doobie Brothers make an appearance on a couple of the dates, but this band here, this is some gratuitous nod toward your corporate buddy who has this vanity band that he's in, and you're trying to foist this music on people and say, hey, this is really good music, you better like it, and it really isn't. It should be, but there's a lack of talent, especially from this guy Dolan. Maybe he can play guitar, and maybe he can sing, but there are two bands locally here in Florida which I could recommend more so than this band. R.J. Howson, who plays guitar, who's a great guitar player, has an album out, very bluesy, very Allman Brothers kind of stuff, and a band up the road in Bradenton, Florida called Kettle of Fish, who are roots rock and all kinds of stuff, a little bit like the Grateful Dead and, the Kitchen Sink or the Kettle. So JD and the Straight Shot is not straight at all. This is just not something that I think should be happening. The Eagles are better than that. They should have talent opening for them that's legit and not some favor for Irving Azoff. But there are only a couple more dates left, so I guess we don't have to worry for too much longer. But I just wanted to make people aware of that, where this thing came from. Who are these guys? They're corporate buddies of Irving Azoff. Just bizarre. All right, I'm done with the video. I'll be back with more real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me.